I know you've been hustling on Aliexpress trying to build out your Shopify store, maybe even use those free AI tools to get your site up and running, trying to keep filming TikTok videos and hoping to go viral to get your first sale. But let us be very real for 1 second. What do you do when you actually make your first sale? And the second, and the third, and the ones moving forward? Seriously, what happens when you scale up a dropshipping store? Most gurus online will not tell you this, but the answer to that is supply chain. And today, I'm gonna share with you guys exactly how you could go and fix the supply chain of your e-commerce business. So grab a notepad. Let's break this down step by step. First off, with the basics. There are 3 different types of suppliers that you want to be aware of. The first type is your traditional suppliers. Your traditional suppliers are the standard low ticket dropshipping suppliers that you're probably used to seeing. These are guys who run around on the marketplaces like Aliexpress. They pick out products, source them. They might even mark up the products with some extra fees. And the biggest problem is that each time you work with them, you're bleeding money on the extra fees, and quality control becomes an extreme headache. This is truly what happens to 99% of dropshippers. Their margins are barely hitting 10 to 15%. They're low margins, and you're always at risk of being undercut by someone else who's doing the same thing. Now, the way to counteract this problem in what most dropshipping gurus like to try to tell you would be 3PLs. 3PLs are fulfillment companies from ZenDrop or AutoDS, and they promise you a streamlined process, helping you handle everything from order processing to shipping. And sure, they make the logistics easier and their systems can save you lots of time, but here's the problem. You are paying for the convenience. Their markups are significantly higher and you have very little control over the product quality. So now here's what I love about this particular business model. Instead of risking it with low quality, unreliable suppliers, you could actually partner with reliable, high margin suppliers. And typically, Aliexpress margins might hit 10 to 15% profit margins, whereas high ticket products could be from 20% to 30%, even up to 40% profit margins. Plus, when you work directly with these premium suppliers, you have much better control over quality and branding. And if you're looking for a United States-based option, don't overlook platforms like eBay as well. eBay is a great way for you to find suppliers that could deliver faster shipping times with semi-better quality. But let's be clear, if you want to scale up, I highly recommend high ticket products. I only recommend eBay if you're trying to just get started, maybe make your first 1 or 2 sales, but take it from someone that has scaled lots of orders on eBay. It is not worth the headache when you do get the large volumes of order. I'd rather just do high ticket products from premium brands that you could work with, because you could end up just stressing over a lot of things just that you could avoid. So here are some of the pros and cons of, in my opinion, why I think that high ticket dropshipping is going to be the best approach. So now let's break down the pros and cons of these business models, of the alternatives, of the suppliers, so that you could see the pros and cons of both. So with the traditional models of private agents and fulfillment companies, they're largely hands-off, meaning you don't have to micromanage every order. The automated systems may save you time because it's going to have you go onto the site with the app and then it'll just be automated. However, you will lose control over product quality, which can lead to customer complaints with returns. You'll also experience high fees and multiple middlemen eating away your profit margins, leaving you with barely any scrapes to have. And you're also at the mercy of external platforms that can change policies practically overnight. Like imagine with the Trump tariffs from all of the China products that are coming on, things could just happen just like that. So it's very important that you guys look at other alternatives, such as working with premium high ticket suppliers. Now, some of the pros with working with high ticket suppliers from my experience is you need minimal upfront costs. You don't have to go and invest into capital, just like how you don't have to do the same thing with these other fulfillment centers. But the difference is that your profit margins are going to be higher because you sell fewer products. You can sustain and control the customer service experience over time, which means that you could build a premium and trustworthy brand. And just to give you guys an example, this is one example of a high ticket dropshipping brand that has absolutely killed it. Right now, as I'm filming, it is President's Week, and you could see that this is a high ticket store that has partner brands all over here, and I love it. Personally, in my opinion, the best way for you to grow a business, which is to maintain good supplier relationships, and that is also probably one of the cons as well, right? It requires more hands-on involvement when it comes to customer service, marketing, getting supplier relationships. I mean, like, who wants to do that? But the truth is, if you're not going to constantly build your partner, your network, you don't really have a business. It's always going to be at the mercy of someone. And at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. When you deliver quality and control for your customer experience, you will build trust. And that trust is going to end up with repeat customers, lower return rates, and frankly, a business that is actually sustainable. So here's how you could get in touch with high ticket premium suppliers. First off is to identify your niche. Now, a lot of people will ask, should I go with more of a general store or should I go with more of a niche store? From my experience, I would recommend to focus your high ticket products on solving a particular problem, which basically means it should be a little bit more segmented. It should be more niche. You should have an ideal customer. Now, if you don't know really what that means, it basically just means you have to find a market. Don't go everywhere. Just try to find one market and go from there, because that's where you develop the unique selling proposition. That's where you develop focusing on what matters, which is the customer. Now, step number 2 is to find your suppliers. And I will recommend, as always, don't limit yourself to Aliexpress. Expand your search. Look into industry trade shows. Look into special directories. Even platforms like eBay is better than Aliexpress. But at the end of it, you're going to realize that high-ticket suppliers is the best to access premium products with reliable shipping and consistent quality control. Now, step number 3 is to craft your outreach. When you find a potential supplier, be direct and professional. Let them know that you're focused on high-ticket dropshipping and that quality is non-negotiable. Explain that you're building a premium brand and that you're interested in forming long-term relationships with them. Ask for different ways for you to stand out. Maybe ask them how to stand out as a dropshipper or a online dealer. Don't be afraid to negotiate, and it's not really just a business and you're not really just applying. You are trying to form a partnership where both parties win, and that's how I like to frame it. And remember, if you're serious about developing good quality suppliers, that is the first step into you building a profitable online business. So I recommend to take your time with building the quality supplier relationships. They don't happen overnight, but once you do build the supplier relationships, you can go and command the market better. Okay, so now your next step after understanding the different channels of suppliers is going to be joining the free e-commerce mastermind, where we have over 4,000 members, where we share these exact strategies. Me and Trevor, my business partner, we go in and answer questions every single day and give you guys actionable insights, real world data, and support from yours truly and Trevor. And if you're serious about hitting to $10,000 a month in the next 24 weeks, it's time to consider an upgrade to our one-on-one mentorship program. This isn't going to be some cookie cutter system, and I'm not trying to sell you. In fact, do not apply unless you actually have capital to invest into yourself. But if you do want tailored strategies, you want hands-on support, you want insider access to fast track your growth, imagine how much faster you could get with having someone that's been there, done that, to help build you the premium business that you're trying to build. And that's exactly why you need to join our mentorship program. We work together closely one-on-one to help analyze your business, fine-tune your strategy, and set you up on a path to real sustainable profits. Click the link down below if this does interest you. And make sure you guys join the free e-commerce mastermind. That's it for today. Thank you all so much for your time. Peace.